Most men lose powerful opportunities, not because they're unattractive, but because they misread silence. Attraction doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it hides in pauses, glances, and tiny unconscious movements. And here's the dangerous part. A woman who is attracted to you may intentionally try to hide it, especially if she doesn't want to appear vulnerable, rejected, or exposed. Pay attention now, because once you see these signs, you'll never miss them again. The first signal is eye contact, but not the obvious kind. When a woman is attracted, she looks at you, then looks away quickly, then looks back again. This isn't shyness, it's emotional regulation. Her brain is saying, I'm drawn to him, but her self-control says, don't make it obvious. If she holds eye contact slightly longer than normal, breaks it, then re-engages, that's not random. That's internal attraction trying to stay hidden, especially powerful when she looks at you while you're not talking. That's when desire leaks out. The second signal is space, or more accurately, how she violates it. People naturally protect their personal space, but when attraction is present, that boundary weakens. She may stand a little closer than necessary, lean in while listening, sit next to you when other seats are available. And here's the subtle giveaway most men miss. She doesn't move away when you shift closer. If she stays or adjusts to remain near you, her body has already decided, even if her words haven't. The third signal is something psychologists call preening behavior, what I call the fixing habit. When a woman is attracted, she becomes more aware of how she appears in your presence. She adjusts her hair, smooths her clothes, touches her neck, collarbone, or sleeves. This isn't insecurity, it's subconscious preparation. Her mind is saying, I want to look right for him. And the key detail? She does this only when you're around, not constantly. Right here is where most men either rush or ruin the moment by overreacting. Don't, because the next signs are even quieter and far more revealing.
Good. Stay focused, because the next signs don't show up unless attraction is already there, and she's trying hard not to reveal it. The fourth signal is mirroring. Without realizing it, she starts matching you. If you cross your arms, she does something similar. If you lean back, she leans back moments later. If you lower your voice, hers softens too. This isn't coincidence. Mirroring happens when someone feels psychologically safe and emotionally attuned to you. Her nervous system is syncing with yours, and the more subtle the mirroring, the deeper the attraction. If she were doing it consciously, it would be exaggerated, but when it's real, it's quiet, almost invisible. The fifth signal is selective attention. She remembers small things you said days ago, details that didn't seem important. A comment you made in passing, something you joked about, a preference you didn't think mattered. Attraction sharpens memory. When someone matters emotionally, the brain tags information as important. If she brings up something you barely remember saying, that's not friendliness. That's emotional investment trying to stay hidden. Now here's a moment most men misunderstand. If she suddenly becomes slightly distant after these signs appear, that does not mean she lost interest. It often means the opposite. When attraction rises, fear rises with it. Fear of rejection, fear of being seen, fear of losing control. So she pulls back, just a little, to regain emotional balance. This is where weak men chase, strong men pause, and that pause is powerful. Before the final signs, remember this. If any of these moments resonate with you, you're already ahead of most men. And if understanding female psychology is something you want to master, make sure you're connected here, because what comes next separates awareness from advantage. The final signs are the ones she cannot control. They show up when she thinks no one is watching.
Good. Now pay close attention, because these signs happen before words ever do. One of the strongest unconscious signals is voice shift. When she talks to you, her tone softens, her pace slows slightly. Sometimes she laughs a little more than the moment deserves. This isn't flirting on purpose. Attraction activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the same system involved in trust and bonding. Her body is relaxing around you. If her voice changes only when speaking to you, that's not random. Another powerful sign is lingering presence. She finishes the conversation, but doesn't leave. She stands there a second too long, asks a question she already knows the answer to, finds a small excuse to stay in your space. Attraction resists endings. People don't rush away from what they're drawn to. They look for one more reason to remain. Now here's a detail most men completely ignore: micro smiles. These are quick, half-formed smiles that flash and disappear. They happen when she looks at you, then realizes she's smiling and quickly stops. That's attraction leaking through self-control. You can't fake a micro smile. You also can't fully suppress it. If you've noticed even 2 of these signs together, understand this: she's not just being nice, she's managing emotion. And the men who recognize this don't rush, don't pressure, and don't perform. They let attraction grow on its own. One last layer remains, the signal that confirms everything. Good. This is where most men either win silently or lose without realizing it. Watch what happens when you pull your attention back slightly. Not disappear, not act cold, just stop overgiving. If she's attracted, she fills the gap. She starts the next message, she brings up a topic you mentioned earlier, she mirrors your energy to re-establish connection. Attraction hates uncertainty, especially when it was already forming. This response is automatic. She's not planning it, she's reacting. Another subtle sign is protective curiosity. She asks questions that sound casual but aren't, like, who do you usually hang out with? Are you always this busy? Do girls talk to you like this often? She's not interrogating you, she's mapping her position in your world. Attraction seeks relevance before commitment. Now pay attention to this, it's critical. When a woman is hiding attraction, she often teases instead of compliments. Light challenges, playful criticism, mock confidence. Why? Because teasing lets her connect without exposing vulnerability. Compliments reveal interest, teasing disguises it. If she teases you but respects you, that's attraction wearing armor. And here's something smart men do differently. They don't call it out. They don't ask, do you like me? They don't force clarity. They stay grounded, because attraction grows fastest in emotional safety, not pressure. There's one final signal, the most revealing one, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Here's the final piece. And this is where most men finally understand the difference between interest and attraction. She remembers small, unimportant details you never repeated, something you said once, casually, days or weeks ago, your coffee choice, a random story from childhood, a comment you made and forgot. Memory follows emotion. The brain only stores details deeply when emotional interest is attached. If she brings these things up later, attraction is already active. Now watch her emotional rhythm around you. When you speak, she slows down. When you pause, she waits. When you leave, the energy drops. Attraction synchronizes. Her mood starts responding to your presence, not your effort. That's subconscious bonding. Here's the mistake that ruins everything: trying to lock it in. Men rush clarity. Attraction needs space to breathe. The smarter move? Stay consistent, stay calm, stay slightly unpredictable. That balance keeps attraction growing without forcing it. And this is why most men never notice these signs. They're loud, they're searching, they're chasing certainty. Quiet confidence is what lets you see attraction instead of scaring it away. If this made things click for you, don't miss what's coming next. These patterns repeat everywhere. Once you see them, you can't unsee them. Subscribe quietly, stay observant, and let attraction reveal itself.